Okay, sorry about that. The Xbox is completely stupid because if you watch a movie and then you switch to a game, it keeps HDCP enabled even though games don't have HDCP. So it's like it doesn't understand the difference between watching a movie and playing a game. Maybe someday they'll never fix it, like they tend to do with the Xbox. Hi everyone, this is Apostrophe. Let's check out Bloodrayne ReVamped on the Series X. Now I'm actually a fan of these games. Maybe not the 2D reimagining of the game, but the first two games I think are actually pretty good. With this first one being, I think slightly better as far as gameplay goes, but obviously the next game in the series was a much better looking game and kind of overall a more balanced game.
Wait, watch.
These games are hilariously buggy, so don't expect miracles.
Come on.
And all these upscale games, they generally don't do like a whole ton to touch up the game. I mean, we'll see, I guess. Yeah, and this terminal engine, this custom engine from Terminal Reality, the developers.
Use for a vampire in our ranks.
Definitely not.
This is a waste of time.
Super advanced, I mean, they're very proud of it, and they worked quite a bit to upgrade it later on in later games. Yeah, certainly not super impressive in its ability to generate polygons and effects.
Picked a dangerous place to feed.
She's hunting, looking for her father.
And now we're putting Unity on top of that, so we'll see what happens with this.
The Brimstone Society.
The Brimstone Society needs her. We will extend the invitation. Time to go.
Where is he, bitch?
I don't know, I think she has still kind of a cool design. Although obviously she looks better in part 2. Yeah, this incarnation of Bloodrayne is essentially like a third-person shooter, whereas the sequel was more of a third-person action game. They both have their pluses and minuses. I think that's okay. I mean, so far, I guess we should go through training, yeah. So far, I think the upscaling is pretty good. Next, select a first or third-person control scheme. First-person control scheme provides most control, requires the use of both left and right analog sticks. Third-person control is easier for many players. It uses the left stick to turn and run forward and backward. Okay. Well, I want first-person, definitely. Okay. Can I progress, please? Ooh, boy, text needs some scaling. We didn't redraw that.
Let's go then.
Jump, press and hold A. Oh yeah, it's still that same rough terminal engine look. Or the early terminal engine. Bloodrayne automatically tightropes when close enough to an appropriate object.
Let's check inside. Locked. And the windows are blocked. Let's hope they didn't barricade the door from the inside.
Rebound kick. Press A and then release and press again near any character or breakable environmental piece.
Oh, it's blocked from the other side. But there seems to be a weak spot in the wall. Kindly make us a new door, Miss Rayne. I'd like to investigate.
Rebound kick can be used to break down weak spots in walls.
Very hard, Rayne.
Oh, left button.
Good girl.
Perform combos by hitting the blade
Watch
kick,
this.
left button. Fill your bloodlust meter to earn a blood rage bomb. The bomb. So, keep spamming left button, essentially. Enter Blood Rage with Y to gain a speed advantage, increase dismemberment, and perform new attacks.
Show off. Bloodlust satisfied? Not bad. Shh. There's one. Use your aura sense to see it in the dark.
Now press left on the D-pad to enter Aura Vision. Aura Vision works well as night vision, but also shows enemies' health and awareness.
Easy, if you want it. He's a big meal. Look how bright his aura is. He has no idea we're here.
He's not panicking or hurt. Yet.
This one's yours. Take him down or grab a bite to eat.
Bite. Get close to a victim and tap X quickly. Steer standing victims to use them as human shields with some button. Okay, brightness can go down. It's actually too gray.
Good girl.
Where to now?
You tell me. Use your aura sense.
If you don't know where to go, use your Aura Vision left on the D-pad and look for bright spots. The glow is your immediate objective. The glow will even shine through walls.
Guess we're done here. Let's go to the church.
Ah, PS2 era. Super rough looking.
Damn bloodsuckers.
Although I played
Careful
these,
with your relatives.
or I played this particular one
They
on
should have more
the
sense.
GameCube.
Thanks for dragging me out here. I just love the water.
You're only half a vampire. A dip might hurt, but it won't kill you.
Sort of sticking a finger in my eye doesn't mean I have to do it.
No time for pleasantries, just like your half-sister.
I'm just confident in my abilities.
So am I. But this is your first assignment for the Brimstone Society, so everything must go according to plan. What do we know so far?
Fine. Newspapers claim the people of Morton, Louisiana are turning into some type of monster. They're calling them mutates. Doctors think a new disease is the cause, so they quarantine the area.
You make me proud.
There are numerous known biological masses in town. They appear to be the carriers of the condition.
And that's where you come in. Destroy the sources of the infection, and as many of the infected townspeople as possible. The
I know, look at all this
disease
animation
cannot
rigging.
spread beyond this village.
Sort of a radical cure, don't you think?
You'll be doing them a favor. In the final stages, their brains liquefy and run out their nose and ears.
Hell of a cold.
One of the biological masses was found at the end of this road, in a graveyard behind the church. We'll meet up there. What's that mound by the telephone pole?
Oh, like 12 polygons.
What is it?
It was human. Might be remains from the final stages of the disease, but there's something not quite right about it. Let's check inside. Seems like somebody made their last stand here. Grab some guns if you want.
Use left stick to move Bloodrayne forward and backward, and right stick looks up and down.
Good thing we're not hypersensitive to holy items like some vampires.
You should be all set. I'm going to leaf through these documents. Maybe I can find something about past outbreaks of the disease.
Sensitivity by going to the hamburger menu. I really wish it was a menu. I really wish it was a button for hamburgers. No such deal. Yeah, the gore is super creative. So, that's what I like about it, especially when you're in this bloodlust mode. And later on in the game, it gets more interesting.
That wall stretches across the whole town, 30 feet high.
I can see that. So?
From what I understood, even the earliest French settlers feared something in these swamps.
Feared what?
What's this? After our dark year in 1873,
Oh, hey, you can actually read it this time.
stone of this great wall of fortitude was laid.
It was just kind of a blocky miss in the original
This
release.
book mounted in the year 1888 of our Lord. Construction is complete. May this wall of fortitude, with the grace of God, shield us from evil and keep us safe, now and forever.
Seems like they built that wall for nothing.
I'm going to see what else I can find in those books. You should take out those biomasses. The first one's in the graveyard. I'll meet up with you later.
Yeah, it is nice to see the game run at 60 frames too. Obviously, the original release did not run anywhere close to that number of frames. And depending on what system you got it for, performance was, challenging at times. I think on the GameCube it was a pretty good 30, kind of hovered around 24 to 27. The original Xbox One release was the kind of the stronger release. And that I think, almost always stayed at 30. The PlayStation 2 version, well, you know, better not. Best not to mention that one.
What the? Is that the biomass?
I need to get that a little faster. There we go. Much better. Yeah, it's weird that there's some like a tiny bit of platforming in here. The platforming is not particularly good. I don't know why developers do this to themselves. You know, they make an engine which isn't particularly good at something, and then they fill their game full of the things that it's not good at. Door is locked.
The biomass. It's a nest.
Well done. Strange creatures, aren't they?
I'd say
Strange
so.
isn't the first word that comes to mind. What are they?
I'm not sure, but it seems they carry a disease that causes mutations in humans.
The mutates.
Right. And remember those sludge mounds we've been finding everywhere?
What about them?
Humans, or what's left of them. The spider creatures regurgitate what they eat.
Strange doesn't even begin to cover it.
Hello? Hello? Somebody there?
Open up.
What, the morass was gone?
Is what gone?
The Marais wreck. Swamp monster. That's what the Creole call the creatures.
Are they gone?
Yes, now open the door.
Mon Dieu, le diable!
Nice welcome for the rescue team. Who are you?
I'm Jean Sigmund. I'm the grave digger.
What happened here?
I don't know. I hid in here when those things came. They can't get in without them holes.
Jean, you stay put. This place is obviously safe. We'll bring other survivors here.
We not leaving?
Yeah, I'll bring up
Not
the voice
yet.
acting. It's
We'll
actually
be safe
pretty
here
good.
for a while longer.
Okay.
Even though everything else is like
Send
super
them here
janky,
to find me
they
a
spent some time with the voice
Tamil
actors.
woman.
If you find anyone that is healthy and alive, send them here. But don't forget about the nests.
Seems like they built that wall for nothing.
Maybe. Or maybe this time around, things got worse. These creatures are very insect-like. Seems every 30 years they swarm. I almost forgot. I have something for you.
A pair of pants. Hit the fight button when far from a target to throw out a chain. Press A to quit feeding early and dismount.
It's essentially a harpoon. It helps with feeding and has a decent range.
Thanks.
I'll protect the mausoleum. You go find those nests. I sketched out a map of approximate locations. The reports weren't exact, so you'll have to search the area thoroughly. Once you're back, we'll head over that wall. There must be some type of source where all these creatures come from.
Press the hamburger and select Map of Morton to view the map objectives at any time.
You've got work to do.
Yeah, work to do, of course. Work, work, work. No. Quit that shooting me.
Lovely.
We're going to kick and use the destroy walls. Oop. Gained level 3 normal attack.
Please don't kill me.
Go to the Famille Termaine Mausoleum. You'll be safe there.
Anything you say, just don't kill me, miss.
Damn chair.
get me hands on her, I make her eat her magic.
Who?
Marasa. Fancies herself Marie Laveau voodoo priestess.
What about her?
She hook up with the old German who came here. She go out to both graveyard and she do black magic.
And she's responsible for this?
We, she and the German, scary man. Evil. She said she going out there to raise the mother of the underworld.
Must be one attractive lady. You better get going to the Female Tomei Mausoleum. It's the only safe place in town.
I will.
I mean, why not? Find any survivors. But why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Bloodrayne ReVamped, and this was Bloodrayne #1 on the Series X. This is actually available on all platforms, so it's available on the Switch and the PlayStation as well, and also on PC. Although I think it was released on PC a little earlier because they did revamp Bloodrayne quite a bit last year. Yeah, I mean. I do like this game. It's super janky, obviously. The animation rigs are not great. In general, the animation itself is kind of unnatural looking. But I think the gameplay itself is really solid. As I said, later on, things get a lot more exciting and challenging. And as you gain kind of more moves, the game becomes a lot more fun and versatile in the combat. You know, I personally like the first-person controls. I'm surprised there's the third-person option. I don't know how you would play some of the latter parts of the game without the first-person controls, because it gets pretty difficult later on. Yeah, I don't know how many people I could recommend this game to. You kind of have to be okay with this jankiness, and then just let the kind of the overall experience and the excitement of the third-person battles make up for it, because even though it's revamped. And it looks significantly better than its original release, or even its fan-made rescales or upscales. It still doesn't look tremendously good, and it never has. So the Terminal engine was kind of a questionable choice to make their own engine and not use something a little bit more advanced. The best it looked was with Ghostbusters, which they did a number of years ago. But yeah, this is the start of this franchise. I know it's not a very strong franchise and not too popular, but I hope people give it a chance because this game is really good, and the sequel also good as well. So check them out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.